This is the main menu, and we're just going to go down to Shutter AGC just to look at how it's set up. The sub-menu under Shutter AGC Auto. Shutter AGC has two modes, auto and manual. Now we go to manual and look at the settings there. 1/500th of a second at 24 gain. We have an image. If we go to slower, 1/250th of a second, it lets in more light because it's a slower shutter speed, and we get a whitewash. Now we go back to 1/500, 1,000. The image is okay. Notice as we get up, we get a grainy image. As we, well actually no, I backtrack on that. We get a grainy image when we go to the AGC too high because it amplifies the noise. Okay, go less, 18, it gets dark because there's less gain. We go up to 44, there's a grainy image. Okay, go back, it's too dark. 12 is getting brighter, 18, 24, it looks okay. So the minimum is 24 at 1/500th of a second. Now let's play around 1/250th of a second. And now we can go down and reduce the gain. It should pull in the image again, 12, 6. But 6 is the minimum. We should not operate at the end of the gain. So, but there's a way to pull it in between the AGC and the shutter speed. I think the bottom end is 1/500th of a second, 24 is the bottom end. So we go back to manual, and this is where I went wrong here. We got to go back to automatic. But let me show you what happens on manual. I'm going to swing it around to the fireplace on manual, and we see the fireplace is dark because the automatic is not kicking in with the shutter speed and AGC. And then I'm swinging it around to medium light inside the house. It's still a little dark, and I'm going to turn around at various stages in the house. Then I'm going to soon switch the manual to automatic, and that's where is the key to pull it back in. Amounts vary. Here we go, it's on automatic, and it's blurry, and I don't want to change the focus because it's already set to work on Delridge. So we're on automatic. The highlight is working, looking out through the door. We'll look inside of the fireplace, and we can see gray, no longer black, and it's not in focus as I said before. Then I'm going to swing it around the house for medium light. So I'm checking low light, medium light, high light. Now we might still need further adjustment to play with the brightness and gains, but this seems to be in the right direction to just explain the direction we need to go into. And here we go, we're on automatic. Now I'm not even going to mention about brightness and contrast, but that's another two variables. What I'll explain here from here on is we've done the shutter speed AGC. I'm going to go to the HLC BLC. HLC is the highlight comparison, which is specific areas, any area that has a high blinding light, like a car headlamps. It'll compare to the car headlamps and just cut it off and make it darker or even black. BLC is background light comparison, which is the average for the whole image. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on BLC, then HLC, and then shine a light into it so we could see the effects of the BLC and HLC. So remember, one is to compare to the average of the picture brightness, and the other one is anywhere there's a peak brightness, as in headlamps. So here we go, we're on off mode, and the first thing I'm going to do is shine the light into it, and you'll see that it gets blinded with the, okay, we shine a light in it and we lose everything, we lose the whole image. That's because it's being blinded. And the beauty about this camera is that it can be adjusted not to get blinded with BLC, background light, average picture, and I'm going to shine the light, and you'll see up to a point we could still see the image, but there's a limit. It'll still blank out the image if it's really blinded. You see, we could still see the image, now it's blinded. Although I don't know if I'm really covering up the whole lens there. So BLC is working, image is still there. Okay, and then in a while I'll go to HLC. Here's the HLC. Going to shine the light in, and you're going to see a black area, which I believe they call the umbra. Like in the moon, there's the umbra and penumbra. So there's the umbra, the dark area, and we can still see the image in the back. But if we put a lot of light, it starts to affect the actual image. So HLC also has a limit that it can affect the license plate if it's overwhelming. And I guess we just have to evolve and improve on it as time goes by. So that explains the HLC and BLC. Now, I don't know where I'm going from here. I just have to wait and see. I think that's it. I'm checking out the image, swinging the camera around to various parts of the brightness of the house, though it's, again, out of focus for a good reason.